I live? Yes, I'm live. Okay, so what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? My name is Arturo, and I'm a personal trainer. And just excuse me while I get my, not my, yeah, we'll just keep it here. So, I'm gonna tell you how to get thick for beginners. This is intended for women, but guys can watch too if you're trying to get them big booties for reasons. So anyway, the first thing you want to do is find a gym, because a gym will have all the equipment you need. It will have the, basically more. You really have more you can do than we could just at home. You could do it at home, but it's probably going to be a bit more difficult. And why do that when you can just go pay like a few, less than $100 for a pretty decent gym? So you can go anywhere from like $10 at Planet Fitness to a little bit more expensive at other places, depending on which gym and where it's at. So the first thing about building muscle is the same for everybody, males and females, is you want to have these little tiny microscopic damages to your muscle, right? So what's happening there is how you achieve is what's happening there. After you achieve that, it'll rebuild when you're not working out. So when you work out, you're making these little tears and your damages into your muscle. So how you achieve that is by lifting weights. So that's why you would go to a gym. So if you're just trying to get thick for you're trying to get a big butt, try to get nice looking thighs, what you want to do is hit the squats, hit the leg press, do deadlifts, those types of things. Okay, things for your legs, obviously. You want to also add some supplemental stuff so you can work out the smaller muscles and keep everything balanced. So things like lunges, kickbacks, which is like you're kind of on your hands and knees and you're kicking your leg back. Can't show it to you here because it's a camera and setup, but that's what you'd be doing. You want to do things like that, keep the smaller muscles and everything in balance, so that way you're not overemphasizing the certain muscles and causing imbalances that could lead to injuries later on. So how often should you work out, right? Starting off, you should probably do 3 days a week and split the muscle groups. One day you do legs, another day you'll do your torso and core muscles, another day you'll do arms. So that's 3 days. That's all you need. That's how I do my workouts, and I've achieved peak physical fitness. Okay, maybe I'm tooting my horn a little too much, but that's how it works. Am I live? Hold on a second. Yes, I'm live. Okay. So, where was I? Okay, yes. So, you start out 3 days a week. You'll be doing one leg group muscle that I mentioned a day, and you want each time you go into do an exercise, you want to do 10 repetitions of the same movement. So if you're doing a squat, you go down and up, that's 1 repetition. Down and up, that's 2 repetitions. You want to do 10 of those, but you want to do it 3 times. So you want to have a break every time you do 10. You want to have a break. Okay. So you want to have like a break between like 30 to a minute. That's the best as far as it comes to your bodybuilding, I guess, muscle building, which is what you'll be doing. It's basically bodybuilding, but for catered to women. Also, this little side note here, There has been some research I've seen, and where women seem to be able to do more repetitions and achieve better results. Like men and women have the same ability to create the same amount of muscle, but how we go about it, how we have to go about it to achieve the same results is a little bit different. So women have more estrogen, which is better for stress and lets women do harsh things for longer periods. Whereas men kind of our testosterone makes us a little bit unstable, I guess, unreliable and not explosive. So we kind of like to do explosive exercises, which is explains a lot of what I've seen when it comes to people that I work with. So that's why women tend to do things like running, I guess, more than men. They seem to working out their legs more than men, anyway. So basically, women can handle it better. So it might be advantageous to do more like 11 or 12 reps per set of repetitions. And you want, as far as a golden range, getting out of that hypothetical stuff, the theoretical thing I was just talking about, a golden range is usually seen as 10 repetitions. That's like the gold, not really a range, but that's the golden perfect. If you want to think of perfect, it'd be 10. And you want to have like 8 to 12 repetitions. That would be the range you want to stay in. So, but if you're doing, so you want to also have like kind of like a log or some way to keep track of how many repetitions you're doing. Because, say if you're doing 8 and the same exercise, 8 repetitions and the same exercise every week, and you see it's like, okay, well, it's been 3 weeks. I've only been able to do 8, right? 8 squats per set. Maybe the weight's a little too heavy, so you lighten it up a little bit so you can get to 10. Or in women's case, maybe 11 or 12. Maybe, I don't really have a way to tell you, okay, well, you want to do this many repetitions because it's just more advantageous for men. No, I don't. That's just something to consider in case you want to do some experimenting. So, anyways, you would lighten the load, and then say that, okay, well now you're doing 10, and then later on you're starting able to do 12. You're just doing 12 consistently every week. Okay, well, maybe that's too light now, so you want to start adding a little bit more weight, right? So it helps to have a log so you can keep track of that, because it's hard. You don't want to rely on your memory. There's just too many exercises. You got other stuff going on in your life. It's just easier to keep a track of it, and you can see it right. Oh, well, here's the data right next to each other. So that helps a lot. Also, you will probably want to split up your days, especially if you're just now beginning. So if you do like Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday or Friday, depending on what you want to do. And so you want to have, each time you go in, every time you do an exercise, you want to have 3 sets for each exercise of 8 to 12 repetitions, or whatever, 10 to 14 or whatever you want to do, if you want to go the extra route. So that would and I'd say the best, there's a way to get your weight what you start off with, but it's a little bit difficult to do it without me there. You can do it yourself, but it can be kind of dangerous. So unless you have someone to go in with you, I would recommend against it. Just kind of figure out what you think you can do from 8 to 12. Just try to get that in with each exercise if you don't have a partner to go in with. But if you do have a partner to go in with, they're going to be there to spot you, which means, okay, if you can't handle it, they're going to help you not crush yourself with the weight or anything, And there's also Smith machines, which are kind of like squats, but they have rails on it, so you're not leaning, you're not falling back, not falling forward. and they have these catches on there, and those are also on regular squats too. But they have the catches on there for you to say if you can't catch it, and your friend, they can't really help because they only got their hands. If they can't catch it, you can't catch it. That's your safety, right? There's these catches. You pull them up, you put them where you're at. Okay. So to figure out your repetition max or your repetitions, what you want to do is you want to find your 1 rep max, which is okay. Try to figure out what do you think you can do 10 repetitions of easily. Do that, then slowly build up. Give yourself breaks in between, and then each time you build up, okay, well then you the second time you build, or the first time you build up, this is all in one session, by the way. So you take the weight they started out with, you add like I think 20 to 25 pounds, no, 15 to 20 pounds, and together, by the way, but I'll get to that later. So you want to add 15 to 20 pounds, and you do like 8, right? And then you add another 15, 20 pounds after a couple of minutes rest, and then you do 6. And then again, do 4 repetitions after a few minutes, and then give yourself like 4 minutes, and then you want to have like, okay, well, can you do 1, 2, 3, okay? And then you keep doing that until you keep doing that, adding more weight until you can't do anymore, right? And then you want to add like 5 to 10 pounds. You want to keep doing that until you can't possibly get any more weight on there, and do it in 1 rep. So if you can't do it, then you're not done yet. You're close, but you're not done. If you can't do it, take a little bit of weight off, like take 5 pounds off, 10 pounds, and then try to do it again. Okay, if you can do it that time, you're solid. Add more weight on. Try it again. Maybe his muscles need more warming up. If you can do it that, just keep adding more, keep going. But if you fail 2 times consecutively, even without, with losing the weight, I would just take the highest weight. That's your 1 rep max. Okay, and from there, this is a little bit of math. Take 60% of that 1 rep. So you want to write down your 1 rep when you're done. Take that 60% of that 1 rep, and I don't know why I'm laughing, but that's your starting weight. That's your baseline, right? That's what you should be doing 10 of, and you probably won't be able to do it. That's your basically what you're working with when you're working out, but you probably won't be able to do it. So, but it gives you kind of like a good guess of where to start. And after that, you can keep adding more weight, so you can stay in the 8 to 12 repetition range each time you come in for a workout. So, but just remember, you want to have 8 to 12 repetitions. That's the important part. Okay. Just the 1 rep max is just to help you get a good idea of where you're supposed to start off at. Otherwise, if you don't have someone, it might be a little bit harder. And that's why I only recommend if you don't have anybody going with you to help you not hurt yourself. That's why I have you do it. It's a little bit harder, but if you really want to get there, you can do it. I'm just trying to say there's ways around it. Anybody can do it. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. And I think that's all I have to tell you. Yeah, I was gonna say, as far as exercises go, we're pretty basic. I told you about the legs, the squats, deadlifts, and leg press. If you don't know what those are, I might make a video, or you can look them up yourself. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to make a video because I don't have the proper equipment to do so here, or even at my gym that I go to. So it might be better just for you guys to look it up. So that would be for legs anyway. And then, your torso, you probably want to do sit-ups and planks. bench presses, and then it's like, I don't know, it's abductions with your arms, and you want to do like kind of like an elbow in type of thing too, but also like that with your arms extended and at your shoulder height. That's just to make sure you get the full workout of your whole torso, okay? And also doing rows also helps gets your serratus anterior on the side here, and that helps keep your whole posture straight. So you'll know you'll be seeing results if your whole posture is straight and your butt's still sticking out without you having to stick it out yourself, right? It'll just, your posture will be straight and your butt will just be showing itself off all the time. So, and you'll be, it'll do all the work for you. So that's pretty much what I recommend for that. And then working out the chest area too with different types of movements. Like I said, the bench press. You can do, arm circles. I'm not doing it properly because I'm sitting in a chair with armrests. So you can do that, kind of get the whole fullness of your chest here. Okay, you'll feel it. You'll feel it all, all in there if you're doing it right. And then for arms, just basic arm curls, and then the bench press will get that, so you don't even have to hit that if you don't want. And then just do like on the outside, and then also on the inside do hammer curls. That way you can get the full, all your biceps, and reverse curls and that. So you just get the the front, and you don't even have to do too much weight. If you don't want to be really hard, have really big arms, you don't even have to do too much weight, because as long as you're doing it, you're just keeping everything in balance, keep everything in check, So that's really all I have to say about that. And I guess if you ladies have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.